Ho ho ho! Welcome to my Premier League Game Week 16 predictions. In this video there is a relegation clash and there's also a Manchester derby clash. So guys, join me today, join me on this series where I talk about each side, go through each matchup and then give you my prediction at the end of that conversation. So like to the video, guys, like button, subscribe if you're not already, and it's all getting all festive right now. We have 2 weeks till Christmas. I thought let's get the tree up, get my Santa's hat on and do today's video, guys. So sit back, relax, enjoy today's video, and if you agree with any of my predictions, let me know down below in the comments. Without further ado, let's begin. First up we have Arsenal versus Everton. So Arsenal drew 1-1 to their London derby rivals Fulham, okay, so that puts them 7 points behind leaders Liverpool, and so Arsenal have a bit of a defensive crisis right now, but they should have enough in the tank to beat this next game. So up against Everton, okay, who beat their relegation rivals 4-0, okay, so the windstorm we had, Everton's game against Liverpool, their Merseyside derby rivals, got cancelled, so Everton have had a whole week to prepare for this matchup, and in their last game they won 4-0 against Wolves, so that'll give them some boost going into this game, but they're up against an Arsenal side who should win, really. So just on that alone, guys, I do have this game to end as a 3-0 win for Arsenal. Next up we have Liverpool versus Fulham. So that is right, so Liverpool had their game cancelled against Everton due to the storm, okay, so they haven't played in the Premier League game for a whole week, okay, but they did play in the Champions League yesterday, so yeah, so that'll give them some like confidence going into this game. They do sit, like I say, they sit at the top of the table, okay, and 4 points ahead of Chelsea, so Liverpool are in the driving seat, okay, and damn, I do hope Liverpool do win the league this year, because imagine that, Arne Slot coming in for Klopp. In 1 season he's already won the Premier League, so that'd be a massive achievement, okay. Anyway, they're up against Fulham, who drew 1-0 to Arsenal, okay, which puts them in 10th position. Fulham are looking a good side this year. They are tough to beat, okay. And Raul Jimenez, I watched this goal against Arsenal, and what a finish, by the way. What a finish. He looked quite quick. I didn't think he was that fast, but he looked quite quick, so good finish as well. And yeah, like I say, that'll give them some boost going into this game, because Fulham, man, they are a good side. But I think Liverpool will come out on top and beat them. That's why I got Liverpool to beat Fulham 2-1. Now Newcastle versus my boys Leicester City. That was right, so Newcastle lost 4-2 to Brentford. Honestly, man, Newcastle from last year, they are a massive step below their best, okay. They haven't been great this season. In their last 4 games, they have drew 2 and lost 2, so their form isn't great right now, and they do sit in 13th place, so damn. Yeah, Newcastle have been below their bang average this season. Honestly, they're not looked the team they have been in the last couple of seasons. They're up against my boys Leicester City, man, who were 2-0 down against Brighton to draw 2-2, okay. Vardy, it's crazy to say that our 37-year-old striker is still the main man at this football club, okay. 38 in January, he's still banging in the goals, getting the assists. He is still the main star. But yeah, like I say, fantastic comeback, okay, to draw 2-2. 2-0 down. Van Nistelrooy made 5 changes and they all changed the game, okay. And yeah, honestly, Van Nistelrooy has brought some identity back in this Leicester side, and I'm quite excited to see where we go this season. So just on that, alright, Leicester are looking a better side right now, so that's why I've got Leicester to beat Newcastle 2-0. By the way, Van Nistelrooy is 8 games unbeaten in the Premier League, obviously due to Man United and also Leicester, so fair bloody play, man. Next relegation battle, this is Wolves versus Ipswich, okay, so Wolves lost 2-1 to West Ham at the weekend, well, Monday night, okay, and I thought that would be the El Sacchio, okay, the El Sacchico, but Wolves have came out and said they are backing Gary O'Neill, and personally, I think that is the right move, because I think Gary O'Neill is a good manager. I just think Wolves need some players in January to compete, okay, and yeah, fair play, he's got the backing, and I think that is the right decision, but they do sit in the relegation zone, okay, so not great. They're up against Ipswich Town, who are also in the relegation zone. They lost 2-1 to Bournemouth by a late goal. So that'll be very disheartening for them, okay. They went 1-0 up and they lost 2-1. So again, they just cannot get a result, Ipswich, and that is their biggest problem this season. They just can't seem to stick and continue with their win, okay, and draw. You know, they always seem to drop points quite a lot, and that is their biggest issue this season. Like I say, one thing that will keep them up this season is their passion, is their fighting spirit, okay, and that is, I think that's what Ipswich have. So we'll see what happens with this one, but I do have this game, guys, to end as a 1-1 draw. This is 5th versus 6th. This is Forest versus Villa. So Forest beat Man United 3-2. Fantastic win, okay, because the week before they lost 3-0 to Arsenal. So that is a big statement right there. They do sit in 5th place, and what a season they are having again. Chris Wood on the score sheet yet again. He is now their leading Premier League goal scorer of all time with a whooping 25 goals. How can you Forest fans think that you're better than Leicester, man? Your top goal scorer has scored 25 goals in the Premier League for the record. Anyway, but yeah, overall fantastic win, and they sit in 5th place. So up against Villa, who beat Southampton 1-0. So again, another good result. Okay, they do sit in 6th place, and they won the Champions League last night against Leipzig. So that'll give them some boost going into this game as well. But I think this game will be a very exciting draw. That's why I got this game to end as a 2-2 draw. Brighton versus Palace. So Brighton were 2-0 against Leicester, like I just said, and they drew 2-2. So you know what though? Overall, a fantastic point. They do sit in 7th place. So Brighton are in an Europa League spot, and that will be a massive achievement again this season, because they did that last season as well, and they had quite a good season in the Europa League. So yeah, overall, Hudson has done a fantastic job for Brighton. He's only 32 years old, by the way, and he seems to have got it sticking at Brighton. The only problem I will have with him is, in games I've noticed that he does make defensive changes when they're winning, okay, and that is not always a good thing. He brought on 2 defenders against Leicester, and again, it backfired. So that is the only criticism I have. He needs to learn not to go defensive too early on in the game. But anyway, they're up against Palace, who also drew 2-2 to Man City. So that's a massive result, which sees them out of the relegation zone by 1 point. So that draw against Man City is huge for them right there, okay. So yeah, a fantastic draw. But I do think Brighton will be a bit too good for Palace. That's why I've got Brighton to beat Palace 2-1. And this is it. This is the Manchester derby. It is Man City versus Man United. That is right. So Manchester derby, man. These games are always fiery, and the game to watch this weekend. Okay. So yeah, these games are always fiery. Both Manchester derbies, and damn, it's going to be a good game. So yeah, so both of these teams aren't on form right now, so we could expect a lot of goals. Okay. Man City drew 2-2 to Palace, which, you know, they haven't been great the last couple of games, and I've got to say, they look bang average. Again, also, Man United also look bang average. They lost 3-2 to Forest. So both of these teams are on a massive stale patch right now, okay? And Amarin has a lot of work to do, okay? I watched him against Forest, and he has so much work to conclude for Man United. So I just see how he gets on. But this game will be a very exciting game, and the game to watch this weekend. I do think Man City have the edge every single Manchester derby game, but I think the way Man City are now, I got a feeling Man United will itch it away just. Okay, so that is why I've got this game, guys, to end as a 3-2 win for Man United. Wow! Chelsea versus Brentford, London derby. So Chelsea beat Spurs 4-2. What another win against their London rivals, man. So Chelsea sit in second place, 4 points behind leaders Liverpool, and Enzo Maresca has done a fantastic job, okay. But the problem is with Chelsea is they rotate their squad so much, okay, and because they've got so many players to pick, it just isn't balanced enough for me. Like, he keeps changing the team around every single game week. I know he has the players to do that, but I don't know. I think players will feel a bit unsettled by that, but we shall, you know, I can't complain because they are second place in the table, so I can't moan about it, okay? And Enzo knows what he's doing, trust me guys, he's a fantastic manager. They're up against Brentford, okay, who beat Newcastle 4-2. Brentford are yet another side who are difficult to beat, man. I watched them against Newcastle and Leicester, and the way they play football is very special, okay? And Thomas Frank, I watched his interview at the end of the game in the changing room, and what a bloke. What a bloke. That's all I can say. So, Brentford, man, are looking good. But the way Chelsea are now, got this game to end one way for me. I've got Chelsea to beat Brentford 2-0. Southampton versus Spurs. So, Southampton, man, they are only 5 points on the board, and I think they'll be relegated, okay? I just can't see it any way back. The only way I can see a way back for Southampton is if they sign some players in January. But again, buying players is not always the key to success, okay? And I don't know, Southampton, to me, they just don't seem to have that edge, you know, and fighting spirit as Ipswich Town do. And that is probably their biggest problem this season. But yeah, Russell Martin should again keep his job. I think he's the right man for the job. Obviously, he brought him up from the Championship as well. And I don't know, Southampton is a tricky one with them. They always seem to they always seem to get relegated once they get promoted. So it's one of them situations. But anyway, they're up against Spurs, who lost 4-2, and Ange Postecoglou, whatever his bloody name is. Spurs fans want him sacked, okay? And I've got to say, when he first came into Spurs, they looked a fantastic side. They do look a fantastic side when they play football. But with Spurs, they always seem to back off when they go ahead. Even 1-0, they back off. And that's inviting pressure, okay? And I think Ange needs to realise that it's not the way to do it. He needs to just, you know, the players need to just keep going. Do not back off off the play. And that is what they do, and that is their biggest issue this season. Spurs are also in the bottom half of the table, so that is how you know how poor a season they have had. But I do have Spurs to bounce back this week and beat Southampton. I've got Spurs to beat Southampton 2-1. We are down to the final game of this game week. It is Bournemouth versus West Ham. So Bournemouth won 2-1 against Ipswich Town with a late winner. So again, Bournemouth are another side who are looking fairly decent. Bournemouth actually sit in 8th place on the same points as Brighton, so they are competing at the minute for Europa League football. So massive achievement right there, okay? So that's all you can ask for from a Bournemouth perspective. Finishing the top half, that is a fantastic, successful season. They're up against West Ham, who saved their manager from the drop against Wolves, okay? Lopetegui, I thought he was out, but that win against Wolves, 2-1 win, that has saved his job for another week, okay? And Jarrod Bowen, man, what a player, man. To keep Jarrod Bowen fit, what a player, because he is their main difference for them this season, okay? Very unfortunate about what happened with Mikel Antonio. You know, we hope he's okay, but damn, it looked quite bad. But yeah, the players love him. And that's why they all, celebrated him when they scored, the winner and stuff like that. So I think West Ham should be okay this season, but the main difference is Jarrod Bowen. Bournemouth will be too good for West Ham, trust me guys. I've got Bournemouth to beat West Ham 1-0. The one thing about these videos, man, you talk so much, it hurts your throat. But anyway, guys, that's my Premier League Game Week 16 predictions. It's nearly Christmas, guys. 2 weeks until Christmas, so expect more videos for this setup for the next couple of weeks. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next week for a brand new video. If you agree with any of my decisions, let me know down below in the comments. But anyway, thank you for all the love and support on the channel recently. Anyway, good and good.